Ladies and gentlemen, I am Cadet First Class Gabrielle Calvo, and I will be your narrator for today's ceremony. On behalf of your host, Brigadier General Michelle Edmondson and Cadet Colonel Michael Robles, I would like to welcome you to the United States Air Force Academy swearing-in ceremony for the class of 2024. By taking the oath of allegiance today, these men and women embark on a journey of service to their country and take their first steps towards being commissioned as officers in the United States Air Force. To assist with everyone's participation in today's ceremony, I will inform you when to stand and when to be seated. I would also like to take a moment to recognize the legacy class members of 1974 who are watching from across the nation to observe this momentous occasion. Thank you for your unwavering support of the United States Air Force Academy and the class of 2024. Lastly, but certainly not least, we would like to recognize our amazing video audience made up of senior leaders, parents, relatives, and friends of the class of 2024. Your support is greatly appreciated. The 8 basic cadet squadrons before you are led by their cadet squadron commanders. Viewing from your left to right are the aggressors, led by their cadet commander, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Channing Davis. To the right of them are the barbarians, led by Cadet Lieutenant Colonel John Orsino. Following them are the Cobras, led by Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Adrian Robinson. Next are the Demons, led by Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Jackson Ayers. To the right of them are the Executioners, led by Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Brendan Rikiki. Next up are the Flying Tigers, led by Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Garrett Mioka. Following them are Guts, led by Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Judith Horton. And rounding out the basic cadet training squadrons are the Hellcats, led by Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Andrew Pecca. Cadet Colonel Michael Robles, Basic Cadet Training Cadet Group Commander, will lead today's ceremony. At this time, please stand for the playing of honors and remain standing for the playing of the National Anthem. Thank you. You may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the Commandant of Cadets, Brigadier General Michelle Edmondson.
Thank you, Cadet Calvo, and a huge thank you to the Air Force Band for being a part of this with us this afternoon. Thank you to our distinguished visitors, Brigadier Joe Latendra. Thank you for joining us today. Colonel Jones, welcome to the United States Air Force Academy. Welcome to the class of 2024's Oath of Allegiance. We're glad to have you be a part of this with us today. Ms. Colvin, welcome. To our chiefs, thank you for being here this afternoon. And to our other Academy senior leaders, thank you for joining us today. To the parents that we wish were here, friends, families, let me start with, wow. What do you think about them now? How far they have come in just 2 short weeks. We're so sorry that you can't be here with us today. We wish you were sitting here next to us. We're glad you can join us in this virtual world, but I really, really can't wait to tell you how proud we are of everything that they have done. So just 2 short weeks ago, you dropped your sons and daughters off at the United States Air Force Academy in the middle of a global pandemic. That day marked the first time that a military service academy began basic training in the middle of this pandemic. And without your trust, this day would not have been possible. So let me highlight for you a few of their amazing accomplishments in just 2 short weeks. So in the last 2 weeks, they've gotten their hair cut, most of them twice. They've been issued uniforms and rifles. They've been taught customs and courtesies, drill and ceremonies, and dormitory standards. They've learned a lot of Air Force history and heritage. They've begun the aquatic screener, which includes jumping off of a 5-meter platform. And they've performed daily physical training at over 7,200 feet. And I have to say, they've done an absolutely phenomenal job. But if all of this wasn't enough, there's so much more they've done in the last 2 weeks. They've been tested for COVID 4 different times to mitigate the probability of spread throughout their class. They've been placed in groups of 30 strangers that quickly became their family and the only people they've been able to interact with. And on Monday, the first 600 of them will march out to Jacks Valley while the other half continue to conduct training in the cadet area. Then they will switch, all in the name of ensuring greater social distancing, wearing of masks, and preventing the spread of COVID. And these are just a few examples of how we've had to adjust everything we've done here to ensure they have a safe experience in basic cadet training. The basics in our cadre are being put through something that no other class before has gone through, and they are excelling without a doubt. And I really have to pause and highlight the success of our BCT cadet leadership and our entire permanent party team. And it's because of their commitment that the class of 24 has come so far already. I could not be more proud of our cadet cadre, our AMTIs, our AMTs, and our AOCs. Without a doubt, we have some of the most well-prepared, hardworking professionals and leaders leading the class of 2024. Today marks the end of our initial phase and the beginning of a new one. Basic cadet staff and cadre, some of you were here not so long ago yourselves, standing in the same spaces, getting ready to take the oath and answer your nation's call. Look at you today. Look at all you have accomplished. Your leadership in this pandemic has been nothing short of inspirational. Thank you for your tireless efforts, your adaptability, flexibility, and leadership while we all learn to operate in this new normal. You have truly done a remarkable job. So to our cadet cadre, I'm excited to watch you continue to lead and inspire the class of 2024. I am incredibly proud of you. So Cadet Robles, I believe they are ready because of the tireless effort and commitment of your leadership and your staff that you have assembled to lead the class of 2024. With that being said, class of 2024, please prepare to take the oath of allegiance. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name. Having been appointed a cadet in the United States Air Force. Do solemnly swear or affirm. That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States. Against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I take this obligation freely. Without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I am about to enter. So help me God. Congratulations, class of 2024.
Thank you, General Edmondson. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the Air Force song. Today's musical support is provided by the Air Force Academy Band, under the command of Lieutenant Colonel Dan Price and Drum Major Alex Vieira. This concludes today's ceremony. To all of our viewers, thank you for attending. We look forward to hosting you here at the United States Air Force Academy. Please continue to watch as your cadets return to training. Have a great Air Force Day.
Okay. You're not on me, right? No, no, no. Okay, hang on. You want camera 3 any tighter?